Welcome to Faith, Fiction, and Folklore, or as we like to call it, the Tri-F podcast, where we try not to mess the podcast up. And yeah, I relate to that video, so that's why I played it. It may not be the funniest thing in the world, but I found it funny. So you all had to put up with it. So
I mean, I wish I understood.
you can hear soda. Like, whenever the soda is still carbonated, you can hear it hissing through the cup. And so the joke with this guy, it's Gold. Like, the joke of it is his desk is like destroyed. It's like covered with like old plastic soda cups with the straws and stuff, you know, because all he does is like stream and play games. Or I don't think he's a gamer. He just streams all day. And so people were asking him, how do you know which soda to drink out of? Right? Because he's just got a bunch of trash on his desk, and he's like, oh, I can hear the soda.
I can hear it.
Yeah, I can hear the soda, meaning the carbonation. And I'm like, I've done that exact same thing. And it just made me laugh.
That makes sense.
Yeah, you can hear the soda. It speaks to you. I love it. So,
yeah.
All right, anyway. So, permit me a little stupidity, guys. Come on. So, all right, how are you guys today?
I'm all right. How are you?
I'm here.
Trevor, how are you? You've been gone forever. What's up?
No, I haven't been gone.
Yes, you have. We felt your absence.
Gone physically.
Yes, that's the only sense we meant.
Spirit.
That don't count at all. So we're gonna start the Bible reading. Who wants to kick us off?
I can. I guess I can just. You'll have to scroll, so I'll have to. I don't have my Bible out or anything. If I can keep up with this. Yep. All right. Nice. Hit that bell. All right. Now Abraham moved on from there into the region of the Negev and lived between Kadesh and Shur. For a while he stayed in Gerar, and there Abraham said of his wife Sarah, she is my sister. Then Abimelech, king of Gerar, sent for Sarah and took her. But God came to Abimelech in a dream one night and said, you're as good as dead because of the woman you have taken. She's a married woman. Now Abimelech had not gone near her, so he said, Lord, I will destroy an innocent nation. Did he not say to me, she is my sister? And didn't she also say, he is my brother? I have done this with a clear conscience and clean hands. Then God said to him in the dream, yes, I know you did this with a clear conscience, and so I have kept you from sinning against me. That is why I did not let you touch her. Now return the man's wife, for he is a prophet, and he will pray for you, and you will live. But if you do not return her, you may be sure that you and all who belong to you will die. Early the next morning, Abimelech summoned his officials. Hang on, I lost you there. Abimelech summoned all his officials, and when he told them all that he had happened, they were very much afraid. Then Abimelech called Abraham and said, what have you done to us? How have I wronged you that you have brought such a great guilt upon me and my kingdom? You've done things to me that should never be done. And Abimelech asked Abraham, what was your reason for doing this? Abraham replied, I said to myself, there is surely no fear of God for this place, and they will kill me because of my wife. Besides, she really is my sister, the daughter of my father, though not of my mother, and she became my wife. Dang, that's weird. And when God had me wander from my father's household, I said to her, this is how you can show your love to me. Everywhere we go, say of me, he is my brother. That's strange. I think that's pretty weird.
Well, Abraham was afraid of getting killed for his wife, so he told her to say she was his sister. And so,
Yeah, but I don't honestly, I've always kind of thought that Abraham showing fear in that regard was kind of like super beta.
yeah.
Ab- Abraham's supposed to be like a leader. He's like he doesn't really show leadership qualities sometimes.
Yeah, well, I think that's part of the lesson is not we can't not any one of us can keep that law.
Yeah. I mean, he couldn't even approach another woman. Like he grew up with his wife. I mean, that's weird. He couldn't even like work up the balls to go ask somebody out. You know what I mean? Yeah, I know. I mean, I'm just calling it how I see it, man. uh, where were we? Oh no! How long's it been like that? Did it do it twice this time?
Dang, yeah, it's like that for a few minutes. Yeah.
OBS is a mess. All right. Well, I'm sorry you guys can't hear Gary for a minute. Um, yeah, so Abraham seems kind of beta, which is a shame because he's a kind of a big deal.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay,
he's Father Abraham.
I'm back.
Yeah,
Sorry, Seven Pillars,
he had many
77.
sons.
Thank
I
you
guess that makes up for it.
thank you for reminding us that OBS is terrible and keep shutting off the freaking mics every single time
appreciate
it
you.
does anything. Yes, thank you for letting us know. That was awesome.
Your cooperation is
Vital. Appreciate
yes.
it.
What
Oh,
is-
I hate OBS. Oh, I hate OBS so much. Anyway, so
right,
yes,
so-
Cody's coming down pretty hard on Abraham. Apparently it's bad enough that he was into incest, and apparently he's got no game and all this.
No game at all.
He's just piling.
Yeah. I mean, I guess we could just keep reading and see if he'll redeem himself.
He will. He will. You know the
That's all we
story.
can do.
You know the story.
All right.
Spoilers. So, okay. All right. Seven
14.
Pillars 77 says, cool and hear ya. Thank you very much, man. Appreciate it. So, okay, we're on 14, Cody? All right.
I think. Is that right? Oh, I lost it. Where we go? Bum, bum, bum.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
You got it? Okay.
Then Abimelech brought sheep and cattle and male and female slaves and gave them to Abraham. And he returned Sarah his wife to him. And Abimelech said, "My land is before you. Live wherever you like." To Sarah he said, "I am giving your brother 1,000 shekels of silver. This is to cover the offense against you before all who are with you. You are completely vindicated." Then Abraham prayed to God, and God healed Abimelech, his wife, and his female slaves, so they could have children again. For the Lord kept all the women in Abimelech's household from conceiving because of Abraham's wife Sarah. That is crazy, dog.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
Thoughts? What do you
The
think?
fact that he had, well, I'm just like, it's almost like, Abraham did all of this. He conned this guy into seeing Abraham as like some kind of victim because Abraham lied.
Mm-hmm.
But he didn't actually lie. So then he got paid off. He got free land, vindication, and he carries around the power of God with him. And he's like a con artist. I don't know about all this, dude.
Yeah, it's one of those things where I think it shows like the importance of number one, it talks about this is one of the things that establishes the nature of an unconditional covenant. Because Abraham did this righteous act at the beginning, he gets certain protections even when he screws up. And he's obviously God
He's
is
like
very...
actively being awful. Let's call it how we see it.
Yes, I do think that what he was doing was awful. Not that I think the fear was completely ill-founded, given what we saw in Sodom and Gomorrah, but yeah, he shouldn't have lied about, Sarah being his sister. What I find interesting,
I just,
and sorry, go on.
I don't know, when I try to walk with the Lord, as it were, um, it's like the way to do that is to do it without fear. Like you're not afraid. You don't care what you're gonna have for lunch. You walk around not very uncomfortable and strong in the like faith, God's gonna take care of me, and like my path is gonna be, His will, and everything's gonna be fine and great. And you can only do that without fear. And Abraham made that. He lied in fear. He was like, well, I don't want him to beat me up because I have a wife. Like,
Yeah, I don't know if I agree with that, because, there's lots of times where I've done stuff out of faith, but I was, scared to do it. So, yeah, I just kind of plowed through kind of on... Because intellectually, I figured... Fear. Oh, yeah, there's no doubt Abraham sinned by lying. Sure. Yeah. That's not good. What I find interesting is that God was willing to punish Abimelech, even though Abimelech hadn't really done anything. And I've been sitting here kind of thinking about that. I'm like, okay, why did he do that? Was it just that important that Sarah not conceive under Abimelech? And was he protecting the people that were meant to be?
Bloodline was super important to him for sure.
Yeah.
Well, I think he was trying to show us that be careful, because you never know when you're entering into some sort of covenant that you don't know what's going on behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
So Jesus even said it, my people suffered for lack of knowledge. And so from the perspective of Abimelech, he didn't do a background check, if you will. He just saw that she was beautiful and was like, I'm just going to marry her since she's just his sister.
Yeah. Moral of the story, have the conversation. Have a conversation with the woman you're going to marry. That tends to help.
Yeah. Well, yeah. That's my perspective of it is, Abraham lied for sure, definitely, out of fear.
Yeah.
Which I do all the time. We most of us have done it. And then for Abimelech's perspective, he simply didn't know.
Yeah.
He didn't look into it. And so he entered into a covenant that was already there that he wasn't supposed to be in. And that was just for lack of knowledge.
Yeah.
And that's why a lot of us get punished ourselves, if you will. It's because we don't know what we're entering into as far as covenants and relationships if we're not careful.
I find we say a lot of things that we shouldn't. Like when you say say you stub your toe, you're like, ow, my toe hurts. You're reinforcing the idea that your toe hurts.
There's power in the tongue. How's that verse go?
I'm usually not capable of coherent thought. I usually just cuss profusely. I don't know what reality I'm conjuring. Right. But it's just a lot of cuss words.
But afterwards, when you're walking around and you tell everybody and their dog that you hurt your toe because you want sympathy, I think that actually makes it worse. So if you don't talk about it, I think it goes away faster.
Gotcha. Okay.
It's a hard lesson learned.
Yeah. All right. Are we ready to move on?
Sure.
Yeah, because we got all the way down to we got to 17 or 18. Okay. All right, 21. You want me to read it, or Trevor, do you want to read it, or?
What happened to 19 and 20?
We're on 20.
You ready? That was chapter 20.
We're on chapter 20. You just read chapter 20.
Did we read
Chapter
19?
Yes, that was Sodom and
there-
Gomorrah.
Is there a verse?
And Lot's
19?
sister and Lot
There's
and
no
his
verse
daughters.
19.
Is there a verse 19?
No, there's a verse 18 down here. It's like chapter 20 goes down to verse 18, and then it's done. We're on chapter 20.
Oh.
Chapter 20 goes down to verse 18,
Oh, okay.
and then we go to chapter 21.
Gotcha. I got confused.
Oh, you're good. Which has
I'm an
34
idiot.
verses. No, you're cool. You're cool. So who wants to read, or do you want me to read? Don't matter.
You go ahead.
Okay. Now the Lord was gracious to Sarah, as he had said, and the Lord did for Sarah what he had promised. Sarah became pregnant and bore a son to Abraham in his old age, at the very time God had promised him. Abraham gave the name Isaac to the son Sarah bore him. When his son Isaac was 8 days old, Abraham circumcised him as God commanded him. Abraham was 100 years old when his son Isaac was born to him. Sarah said, God has brought me laughter, and everyone who hears about this will laugh with me. And she added, who would have said to Abraham that Sarah would nurse children? Yet I have borne him a son in his old age. Hagar and Ishmael sent away. The child grew and was weaned, and on the day Isaac was weaned, Abraham held a great feast. But Sarah saw the son whom Hagar the Egyptian had borne to Abraham was mocking. And she said to Abraham, get rid of that slave woman and her son, for that woman's son will never share in the inheritance with my son Isaac. The matter distressed Abraham greatly because it concerned his son. And God said to him, do not be distressed about the boy and your slave woman. Listen to whatever Sarah tells you, because it is through Isaac that your offspring will be reckoned. I will make the son of the slave into a nation also, because he is your offspring. Early the next morning, Abraham took some food and a skin of water and gave them to Hagar. He set them on her shoulders and then sent her off with the boy. She went on her way and wandered in the desert of Beersheba. When the water in the skin was gone, she put the boy under one of the bushes. Then she went off and sat down about a bowshot away, for she thought, I cannot watch the boy die. And as she sat there, she began to sob. God heard the boy crying, and the angel of God called to Hagar from heaven and said to her, what is the matter, Hagar? Do not be afraid. God has heard the boy crying as he lies there. Lift the boy up and take him by the hand, for I will make him into a great nation. Then God opened her eyes, and she saw a well of water. So she went and filled the skin with water and gave the boy a drink. God was with the boy as he grew up. He lived in the desert and became an archer. While he was living in the desert of Paran, his mother got a wife for him from Egypt. The treaty.
Hey, hold up.
Yes.
So it said she sat about a bow shot away from him, and then he grew up to be an archer. That's interesting.
That is interesting. I missed that, but you're right.
Why use that unit of measurement?
I don't know. It's a good source of irony, though. I do like that. Yeah. 7 Pattern 7:7 says the birthright exchange. Then he adds, the light of the covenant is being passed to the one who values it, setting the stage for the 12 tribes. So I think what happened was Isaac had a covenant, or there's a covenant meant for Isaac, and then there's also another covenant established for Ishmael as well. So both people, or both kids become children who are going to father a nation, which is interesting. Yeah. So yeah. All right, the Treaty of Beersheba. At that time, Abimelech and Phicol, the commander of his forces, said to Abraham, God is with you in everything you do. Now swear to me here before God that you will not deal falsely with me or my children or my descendants. Show to me and the country where you now reside as a foreigner the same kindness I have shown you. Abraham said, I swear it. Then Abraham complained to Abimelech about a well of water that Abimelech's servants had seized. But Abimelech said, I don't know who has done this. You did not tell me, and I heard about it only today. So Abraham brought sheep and cattle and gave them to Abimelech, and the two men made a treaty. Abraham set apart 7 ewe lambs from the flock, and Abimelech asked Abraham, What is the meaning of these 7 ewe lambs you have set apart by themselves? He replied, Accept these 7 lambs from my hand as a witness that I dug this well. So that place was called Beersheba, because the two men swore an oath there. After the treaty had been made at Beersheba, Abimelech said, and Phicol, the commander of his forces, returned to the land of the Philistines. Abraham planted a tamarisk tree in Beersheba, and there he called on the name of the Lord, the eternal God, and Abraham stayed in the land of the Philistines for a long time. So we got 2 comments here. Not your dude 96. Abraham, hey, sending Hagar away would be a little harsh, you know. Sarah, remember when you pimped me out because you didn't trust God for our safety? Abraham, word, she's gone. That's funny. Oh.
Nice. That's Jeremiah, by the way.
Okay. Yeah, I got it here. Not your dude 96. Jeremiah says, it's Jeremiah, by the way. I rebranded so I could more effectively spurg out against Zionism on the interwebs. Well, I don't know if we're going to do the episode this week or the week after next, but we've got... You'll have to tell me if you saw the Tucker Carlson and Mike Huckabee back and forth. We're going to do an episode on that maybe. So have we got a show for you eventually? So there you go. All right. Thoughts on all this, guys?
What happened?
Where were we?
Sorry.
Keep up,
This
Trevor.
talks about
Keep
him
up.
hanging out. He lived in the land of the giants. I find that interesting.
Where'd you say that?
The Philistines.
Oh, you mean the Philistines. Okay. Yeah, there were Philistines in the area, I believe. So, yeah, I think you're right.
Pretty wild.
Yeah.
Um,
We're going to do one more chapter, or we got any other thoughts
Sure.
on this? All right. Because we got technically another 3 minutes. We'll do... Yeah, we'll try to get her done in a timely fashion. Sometime later, God tested Abraham and said to him, Abraham, here I am, he replied. Actually, I want to wait till next week. I don't want to rush past this one. This is sacrificing Isaac. Yeah, so that's kind of a big one. So I kind of want to wait on that.
Yeah, I want to look real close at that one too.
Yeah,
I'll
let's
just
hold
go back
off on
over
that one.
21.
So yeah, so we'll do 22 next week. Okay, so we've got like 2.5 minutes to kill before we've got an even 30. So anybody, we need to come up with content here. What do y'all think?
I mean, I can tease what I think about Isaac.
Why not? Go for it. Tease it. Tease away.
I don't know. I kind of feel like Abraham was praying to the devil, and then God stepped in at the end.
Really?
Well,
Interesting. Interesting.
I know that sounds a little harsh, but
You'll have to defend it, sir, but you have thoroughly teased.
yeah.
I am intrigued. Yeah, no, this is I kind of want to spend some time on that one. So
yeah,
yeah,
because I don't know, it just doesn't set right with me, you know.
Could you imagine being 100 years old and having a kid?
That's crushing. But back then, it was. I mean, I think it was different.
Oh, they were much healthier than us. We're like feeble. We're like little
Remember we talked about
goblins
the
compared
water?
to them. Yes, you're right. The source water.
Yeah.
Gosh, that
Yeah,
is an
yeah,
interesting way. I wish I could figure out a way to confirm that or look more into that. Add that on the to-do list. What I find interesting.
I would say the physical human condition is directly correlative with the purity of our water in comparison to when it was new, because water is the oldest thing on the planet.
Well, we've just been drinking everybody's pee over and over again, so that can't be good for us.
Right.
So.
And so like our skin and like our collagen and all that is directly proportionate to the condition of the water, I think.
Yeah. Well, one interesting theory I've heard that I kind of like is really our DNA is a copy of a copy of a copy of a copy of a copy, and it works just like a fax machine. Whereas the more times you send the same copy of a document over and over again, the more glitches happen. Yeah, so there's like this genetic drift that causes the body to slowly fall apart and degenerate. So
entropy in genetics? I don't know
yes,
if I believe that.
I think so. I think that's what a lot of it is. I think that's a good way to put it, entropy in genetics. I think that's a very good way to explain what happened to us.
I don't know.
Well, you think, Trevor?
I think that might I don't know. I think it might actually be backwards.
Oh, no, I don't believe that. We are not getting better.
The DNA was corrupted with Nephilim genetics.
I'm sure some, but I don't think it was everybody. I don't think if you're right, I don't think it was Noah.
I think the American Indians were still pure.
Why the American Indians?
Because I know some without wisdom teeth. You
think that's the criterion is wisdom teeth?
I think wisdom teeth are leftover Nephilim genetics. Because like the bigger a person is, the more wisdom teeth they have typically.
Interesting. See, I always kind of figured it was because we're getting smaller.
Extra giant teeth. Like the bigger your jawbone is, the more teeth you have, right?
Right.
So if you're a giant, you're going to have a shitload of them.
Yeah.
So people like Shaquille O'Neal have bigger teeth, more teeth?
Huh? Shaquille? Yeah, he probably does. Or did.
Teeth.
I always figured it was just because we're getting smaller and more deformed, so our wisdom teeth no longer fit in our mouths.
No.
That's how I always figured it. Because I've got one wisdom tooth left. It literally grows.
Way to look at humans.
No, it's just entropy. It's like the result of living in a fallen world. Like the world is dying.
Standpoint too, isn't it?
No, evolution is the exact opposite. Evolution is the myth of progress. So it's literally the opposite. Evolution states everything's getting bigger, faster, stronger, better over time. Whereas probably the opposite is true. We're probably degenerating because of the curse of the earth.
If eugenics was allowed, then that would make that true within.
No,
but it's not.
Eugenics actually makes it worse too. But they didn't. They're done. They didn't know that. They're just anyway.
Your dude 96 says it's our food and water. John the Baptist was staying healthy on locusts before Klaus Schwab started telling us to eat the bugs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it is our food and water, but I think it's because they're poisoning it with Roundup and all sorts of fun chemicals.
Well, if glyphosate didn't exist, like our crops wouldn't exist. Because nobody wants to grow their own food.
I don't think that's true. I think big companies monopolize farms and then whine about people not being willing to work. It's like, people are willing to work, you just bought everything. My dad was a dairy farmer. The DFA was trying to buy everything at the time. They run farmers out of business, then turn around and go, oh, nobody wants to work anymore. It's like, no, you're just buying everything up. Yeah. Like, it ain't that people's work ethic has gone down. It's we need tort reform. So.
Yeah, but, like, I don't know. I don't think farming on a mass scale would be achievable due to, like, bugs and stuff. Without like glyphosate and dangerous chemicals like that.
Oh, I think it's more than achievable. They kind of lie to people and say that it isn't.
Yeah, maybe.
I think I think there's ways to pull it off. That's a whole other subject though. And I'm not a scientist.
I'm not a scientist, doctor.
I'm not a scientist, doctor, man. What are you saying? So, okay. All right. We're going to wrap up part 1 here. So,
I think we killed our 2.5 minutes.
We also killed our credibility. But anyway.
That was fun.
All right. Thank you. All right, guys. We got 3 more subjects left. So if you're on the live stream, stay with us. If you're watching this after the fact, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Later.
We hope you enjoyed this episode of Faith, Fiction, and Folklore. If you did, we would love it if you would subscribe to us on YouTube or follow us on Rumble. We can also be found on X, Instagram, and Facebook. And we are available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, and iHeartRadio. Thank you again very much for listening, and we'll see you next time.